We are starting fashion design in a new way. We will talk about fashion design, and along with fashion design, we will also talk about costume design. Because you see, whether you go for the fashion shows, whether you go for an experiential communication, an event which is consisting of a lot of fashion dresses, fashion elements. If you look at it, you will see that many people are not sticking to the dresses only. It is about the feelings, emotions they are providing the dresses and the artistic expression in terms of color, in terms of fabric, in terms of the material, in terms of the way it is designed, and so many things happening. It's a work of art if I talk about the dresses. And the way you experience the dresses, many people are going for events, so that you have sometimes painting, sometimes other things, elements of fine arts, and sculptures and other things you have, and then people are wearing, there is music, people are going. If I talk about the fashion shows, so overall you will see that the artistic communication is happening. The artist wants to talk about the dress, they want to communicate the dress, the artistic expression of the dress, the creation, and the thing you should experience while wearing it. So it's a lot about creating a great experience regarding the fashion show. Then also you are wearing the dresses, so you are also owning them, and you're being a part of that artistic expression, and you are drawn towards specific brands because the specific brands are telling you something regarding fashion, the way they are designing their dresses. Sometimes you are drawn towards the brand because of the history, the way they have evolved over the years, the way they have designed, and significant moments in so many things. But generally when we talk about fashion design now today, artistic expression, we are expressing ourselves while we are wearing it, while we are appreciating it, while we are looking at the artist, we are talking about the artist, we are looking at the experience of an artist, the way he or she is talking about what goes behind the creation. Not only the creation, goes behind the creation. So we have sometimes a discursive space so that we can talk about fashion in a great way. We can motivate each other so that we can create something great, an experience, an event, and the dresses, the creations. All these things are there. Then when we talk about costume design, it is like we are not just wearing a dress, rather cinematography, art direction, production designs, everything, makeup, hairstyle, and everything. So a character is wearing a dress of a specific brand, and the brand is providing something really significant in terms of the creation, artistic expression, everything. Sometimes it is a customized dress specific for that story, and the brand is providing that, the company is providing that. Sometimes you are just looking for a specific design, and you are people who can create it for you. But it's about storytelling. So the storytelling is not happening in vacuum, like one person is designing the costume or the dress. So that dress, the more you understand the significance of the dress, you will see that what role it has to play in the bigger context of storytelling. So the cinematographer is lighting the dress. So the creation is there, the brand has created the dress, but when you are using it in costume, the way you are lighting it, the way you are putting it in a frame, mise-en-scène, and the way you are putting it in a frame, the way you are composing, the way you are doing staging and blocking, what amount of the character you are showing wearing that particular dress or wearing that particular costume, so that it is signifying something regarding the story. Maybe it is regarding a specific point of time in history, and you are depicting that, something regarding history, epic, or a specific time you want to convey, and the dress is designed accordingly, and you are lighting, you are creating art direction, production design, makeup, hairstyle, and all these things are coming together to tell a story. So we talk about fashion design, we talk about costumes, we talk about makeup, hairstyle, and everything, storytelling. But fashion design and costume, the more we appreciate, the more we love it, the more we understand the significance of it, you will see that the choices you do while wearing it, it will have its impact, and you will feel good wearing them. because you want to convey something, while you are wearing something. It can be some specific design you are wearing, it can be something specific you want to convey. So maybe for a particular event, one brand is designing something for you. It happens like that. So for particular performance, for particular events, somebody is designing something for you, and sometimes you are giving inputs, and maybe most of the time you are giving inputs that I want the dress to be like that, it should be that comfortable, it should have these elements, it should have these design elements, it should convey this. So all these things are happening, and the designer is also very happy to design it for you. And sometimes it's about the personality. So when your personality is matching with the dress, then it is becoming something else, because the way you carry yourself, your personality, the way the dress is designed, and while you are wearing it, you are going to that place, the way you are carrying yourself together, everything is coming together to convey a better artistic expression, if I say so. The creation has its own artistic expression, the artist is creating, or the person who is wearing it, personality, the way he or she is carrying himself or herself, and everything is coming together. You are conveying something. Sometimes we do it consciously, we want to convey this and that. Sometimes subconsciously we are so influenced by art, we want to express ourselves in these ways. We have a knack for great design, aesthetics. So we feel comfortable wearing it, we feel comfortable watching it, we feel comfortable being a part of this creation, the storytelling elements, the artistic elements, and everything coming together. So the more we appreciate it, the more we can guide others, the more we can talk about aesthetics, we can push people to create more, to design more, to go for innovative designs, to go for creative designs. Again, if I talk about laziness, it's not about that, because maybe a particular story is telling you to design something very specific for that particular the script or that particular story. So yesterday we did a board session. I mentioned few things, very few things, and we will continue to talk about that. But maybe a particular story, you want to tell the story in a particular way that is requiring that particular dress. So maybe you are designing it, a fashion designer is designing it, and you are maybe a fashion designer is designing it. You, with collaboration with the person, you both are designing it, and you feel like guiding each other, collaborating with each other, so that that costume is having a lot of impact in the story. It is not just the person is wearing it. While he or she is wearing it, it is conveying something, and then the way you are capturing it, lighting it, and you're putting it in a frame, the way you are editing it, all these things are happening, because the way you are editing it, that can have a great impact on the story. How much you are showing in a close-up or a long shot, or the way it is having its place in the setting, and what impact the costume is playing. The more you appreciate it, the more you understand it, what you can do is it will become very natural to you. So you appreciate fashion design, you appreciate art, you appreciate other kinds of arts, fine arts and dramatic arts. You understand storytelling, you understand the impact it can have in the story. So your decisions are accordingly throughout the process. And as a director, I will especially mention, as a director, when you understand it more, you should have a knack for everything as a director. So that's why we are keeping everything here. But as a director, you should understand, you should know about almost everything, if not everything. So you have a solid taste, you have a great taste, you have strong aesthetics, and you know what you want from your collaborators, and you know what you want from that story, and how these collaborators can work together to make the best movie you can possibly make. Again, if I talk about events, fashion design events, you will see that a group of people are working, the team, and they are so inspired by the creation, the brand, the value it brings, the personality it brings, the communication that can happen, throughout the process. They are so inspired and motivated by the entire thing. They are driven by that. They are coming up with new things, creative things, innovative things. So the entire experience can be really very fruitful and really very great. So those things are there, but specifically I talk about costume design. Sometimes you will see that the costume design is speaking very loudly in the story, so that we are maybe the entire story we watched, it had an impact, but the costume specifically drew a lot of attention. So you will see that we are enjoying that costume, and sometimes you will see that the costumes are great, but what happened in the narrative, it played a great role while telling the story. So we knew that the costume was great, but it didn't draw much attention to itself, so it was part of the story world. So all these things that happen, all these things are important, and the more you appreciate it, the more you understand it. You can play with all these things, and constant choices you are faced with. This is the situation, and you have to take a choice. And the more you play with it and experiment with it, you will see that throughout the filmmaking process you are facing the choices, and you are playing with these choices. So experimentation, innovation, creativity, and fashion design is always there, to help you. Together we can work and tell great stories, and shape each other, motivate each other, can help each other create something great. Motivate each other, can help each other create something great.